making $263 trading Bitcoin, locking in the gains during a Tiesto set. Yes, you heard that correctly. This trade closed out, I believe, at 11:33 Eastern time, approximately on Saturday that night. This is on Bitcoin. We had this swing position open from the week prior on the 1 hour chart. I'm going to get into that in a second. We also have another swing trade on Bitcoin that was closed out as well on the bigger time frames. I'm going to get into both of them. They're going to be two separate recap videos. So this one will be first. This one is it gets its own video because I'll pull up the footage. I mean, here's where we were at. Simple as that. Was at EDC Orlando this past weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and I just got home. It was kind of a shit show because we fly in and the flight got delayed by like 8 hours on the way back, and my brother goes to UGA, so we kind of had to get him home. Like, I was flying with him, me and him. We met my other brother who lives in Orlando, and we were like, yo, he needs to get home because he has exams this week. So when they delayed that flight, we had to then quickly scrap the flight, buy a rental car, get in the rental car, and so I just drove like 7.5 hours today. But my sleep schedule's all off, hence the attempt to get back on rhythm, because I've been going to bed at like 4 a.m. So now it's like 9:30, 9:40 p.m. and I'm like, I'm ready to go. But that's, the context here. So let me get into it. This is on the 1 hour time frame, and this trade really, I guess we should start with a bigger picture. Let me just adjust this chart really quick. I'm literally just getting back, and my mouse is out of battery. It's, we're kind of just rolling back through, getting back into the rhythm here before, well, it's Monday. So, I mean, tomorrow's Tuesday. I mean, I already missed a day, I guess, of the week. But Bitcoin's going crazy. It's up to 87.8 right now. Hit 88K, hit 89K today. Yeah, almost hit 90K today. So big move. Simple as that. So the bigger picture time frames, obviously, once we kind of pushed up here, we're breaking out. Simple as that. We're breaking out bigger picture time frames. So you're bullish. And so when you're in that, when that's a scenario, I'm looking at the shorter time frames last week, and if I get a setup, I will happily take that setup. And so here is the idea that I took on this Bitcoin trade. So if you go back, this trade was entered. Let's go back into it here. We entered this one on average entry was 75.5, and that was on the, I guess I have the executions here. That was on 11.6. So 11.6 at 75.5. So 11.6 would put you not pretty much, into this period right here. So yeah, I had it marked off. Just want to make sure I confirm that. So volume's been pushing up. Great. Awesome. Pushing to all-time highs. Awesome. We had this, I drew this line in as kind of like a rough guide of like, if you break that, good looks. But really the idea wasn't to take it until the break of that high, which was then on this candle. So it broke that, did give us an upper wick, and then it kind of just bounced back up. So totally fine. My stop loss is going to be down below this level, I believe, right in here. And we kind of just let that ride out and rode it from there. Simple as that. Nothing crazy behind this one. It kind of got going. My target or my take profit was simply set at, let's go back in here, at 77.7. So it wasn't a crazy move. It didn't require a crazy move, but we just didn't get there. We got up to like 77K, and then it kind of just consolidated for a while. Up there and then consolidated for a while. And then this is the move on that Saturday night, nearing the midnight hour East Coast time while I was there. Now, I didn't know at the time. I wasn't actively looking at my phone. I had set this position. I had my stop loss set. I had my take profit set. And I eventually moved my stop loss up to underneath these higher lows here as we push into the weekend. But I literally set it and I forget it. I didn't really do anything other than moving the stop loss up. I did not adjust the take profit. I did not take partial profits. I just literally let it go, and that's it. So pretty straightforward, pretty simple on the 1 hour time frame. Now, I look back at it and I say, I would prefer to play a bigger time frame than the 1 hour time frame. However, the 1 hour has actually been kind of good to me lately. I'll be honest with that. But also the second piece there is when you have the bigger picture setup in the case of Bitcoin that we have here, I mean, you don't need, like, realistically, I don't need a lot of excuses or reasons, you know, outside of what I look for, you know what I mean, to take the trade. Like, I'm happily going to take that every time when you get a good setup like that, breaking the all-time highs. I'll happily take it every time. Why? Because I get my setup, I get the bigger pictures aligning. Technically speaking, I have my setup on the bigger picture time frames and then the same exact setup on the smaller time frames. Hence the next recap that you're going to see momentarily, or I guess whatever the next one gets posted. So that's the deal. I'll leave links to trades at all where I track everything down below, and I'll see you in the next one. Interesting trade, but cool nonetheless. Peace.